Ace.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The consumer is still strong. Their balance sheet's in good shape.
The consumer looks immensely strong, so much so that many people are willing to quit their jobs. They've got so much in savings.
It's amazing, isn't it? Unbelievable. Get this.
With the surge in inflation, particularly in the last 12 months, we've really seen a big change. The savings rate, the lowest since 2005, but savings balances themselves are increasingly declining as people are leaning against it to kind of bridge that gap where income stops and expenses keep going. And of course, credit card debt, the other side of that, there are households that are no doubt having to use that credit card for necessities just because income hasn't kept up.
Yeah. And there's a lot of arguing going on.
You saying that the slowdown is undeniable. And I'm wondering how two people can look at the exact same thing and have come diametrically opposite views on reality. I mean, the economy is either slowing or it's not. It's a binary issue. One argues it's great. The other says it's slowing.
Who says it's great?
Jim.
It's a good time to invest now because I think the markets are not going to see another 20% drop in public prices. I think that's probably past us.
No, Kerry made the point that it's undeniable that the economy is slowing.
Okay, I don't see that.
I mean, a lot of the data is weak. Let's just.
A lot of the data is strong,
then unless
Scott.
It's just amazing, isn't it, what goes on? You know, at the end of the day, you can't trust a thing these people say. You can't trust what Washington says. You can't trust what these people say. There's only one thing you can trust. If you're going to try to make your way towards retirement, your 401k you can't trust. Are you kidding me? I wish somebody could explain to me, how do you think that you can retire comfortably with a 401k when they're stealing from you outright every day? Over 27 hidden fees. At the end of the day, your 401k is not going to provide you. No, it's not going to provide you a good retirement. You can't have a vehicle like a 401k that they sit there and they just keep pounding you with fees that you don't see. Most people don't even understand it. Most people don't even look at when they get their 401k, their result, they don't even look at their statements. They don't. They really don't. They did a survey. Almost 80% of people in 401ks didn't think there was any fees. They weren't paying any fees at all. Oh, you're paying a lot of fees. There's only one way you're going to retire. It's like anything else in life that you're going to know. You got to take charge yourself. And you don't have to be a genius. Those guys aren't genius. You think those guys in the fake business network? Here's a genius right here. Remember what did Kramer say the other day? He said that he had, right here, listen to Kramer, if you listen to him.
I think that actually after Thursday, we're going to have some days where there's nothing else to do other than buy stocks, and that's what's going to happen.
That was December 20th, for God's sakes. How'd that work out? The same way it worked out when they kept telling you every time, buy on a dip, buy on a dip. Come on. I mean, it's just amazing. Just amazing. So, once again, if the only way you're going to retire, if you take charge, and the way to take charge, okay, is you just got to follow the money. What we do here at Phil's Gang, we set everybody up with 6 stocks. That's all you need. It's all you need for a whole year, 6 stocks. And you're going to learn that you're going to make money with 6 stocks. More money with 6 stocks than you ever make with a 401k. You're going to make money with the spiders, the S&P, because you're going to make money when the market goes down. The biggest problem we got right now in this country, and it started back, if you recall, in 2009, Obama and Biden. Remember they started that stimulus, the $800 billion stimulus? Remember they funded everything. They kept expanding government. They sent out benefit checks, to all these green energy losing projects. Remember Solandra? Obama's buddies walked out with about $535 million you and I gave them. All the special interests made a fortune on those companies. They set these companies up to fail. And they're throwing money at them. The government kept giving them money, and they walked out with all this money, very, very wealthy. Remember, we were lied to then. Same thing we're hearing today from Biden. We heard from Biden. Remember back then, Obama, Biden? They predicted this green energy was going to be fantastic. It would hold unemployment. Remember this? It would hold unemployment under 8%. It will create millions and millions of jobs and green jobs. They're going to be all green jobs. Never happened. Never happened. Unemployment shot to 10% and lost millions and millions of jobs. But when that massive Obama-Biden stimulus bill didn't work, it didn't work. Instead of admitting it didn't work, and let's find a way to make it work, make something work. Let's go back to the drawing board. What do? Lie. And we know that Biden's one of the best liars ever. So they said, oh, well, here's the problem. We didn't print enough money. We didn't borrow and print enough money. It was only $800 billion. If we printed $2 trillion, $3 trillion, it would have been a success. Imagine. Their point of view was the risk of printing and borrowing too little is far greater than the risk of printing and borrowing too much. And Biden has taken that theory with him for the Obama administration. And that's why he's gone nuts. Spending's gone wild. Can you imagine? I mean, think of the stupidity of that statement. And they believed it. They believed they didn't fail. The $800 billion didn't fail. They believed they made a mistake. They didn't borrow enough. They didn't borrow enough. And that's the risk, not to borrow enough. What are you, nuts? So Biden's been using his own advice from 2009. He's taking his own advice. Look at what he has done. He's gone nuts. He's continued to err on the side of doing too much borrowing. The American Rescue Plan. That was filed. Remember, then they filed that with the trillions of dollars of infrastructure bill. Then they filed that with the $2 trillion Build Back Better plan. Spend. Then they went on with, I mean, that was like almost $5 trillion alone. And you want to know why? Retail sales, the biggest 2-year drop in history. People have no money because of this inflation they're creating.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on their show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Go to philsgang.com, go to the homepage. You'll see where it says two things. The first thing, it says how the Pro 2 works. The Pro 2 is a chart. It's a color-coded technology that we designed this chart. Nobody else has it. And it will turn red when you should be getting out of your stock. It follows the money. It's telling you the institutions are pulling out. You should pull out. It turns green, telling you the institutions are going in. I mean, how neat is that? So if you're in a stock and it's going up, it turns green, you're buying it. Now remember, use this with your chart, right? It doesn't matter what platform you use. You can use this with any platform. So all of a sudden it's turned green. And that'll give you great confidence because it will turn yellow if it senses that the big institutions that drive the market are pulling money out. If they're pulling money out, it'll turn yellow. It warns you. No other chart does that. And that's going to save you. I mean, when you're in a stock, it's awful hard, right? You're always calling your broker. What should I do? What should I do? You don't have to call him. The color-coded chart is never wrong because it follows the money. How can it be wrong? It took a lot of years to design this, and we did. Actually, it was Steven's idea. He did a great job with it. So check it out. Go to my homepage, philsgang.com. And right there it says how the Pro 2 works. And right next to it, if you want, it says get started. And then you have access to the gang membership for 10 days. And you'll get an education in 10 days that will help you out so much. Because why? Because you'll understand how the market really works. And most important, how to sell short. Buying a stock's easy. Everybody just follows everybody. It's called the herd mentality. Herd mentality. But they always get hurt because they don't know when to get out. Well, when you're with us, you not only know when to get out, but you'll turn around and sell short. But going back to what's going on in the market right now, I always told my members when earnings season comes, right before it starts, buy the spiders because the market always rallies. They make sure it rallies. Who makes sure? The plunger team makes sure. Who's the plunger team? The President of the United States, the Chair of the Federal Reserve, the Chair of the Commodities Future Trading Commission, the Treasury, Chair of the Treasury Department, and they get together and decide how they want to move the market, how much they want to move it up or move it down, especially when earnings season starts. Now, if you go look at the S&P, and, oh, this is funny, and Cramer knows that. Cramer's always wrong, but here's the one time that he was right. Right here, when he said, let's see, right here.
I think that actually after Thursday, we're going to have some days where there's nothing else to do other than buy stocks, and that's what's going to happen.
Okay, now you go look at my chart or your chart, go look at the spiders, and look from, start looking from December 19th. What happened? The spiders stopped going down. Remember, the spiders dropped from December 13th down to December 20th. It stopped on December 20th. That's why he said start buying on December 20th, because he knew what I know, that they're going to rally the market right up into the day of the bank earnings. They always do that. Who does that? The plunger team, because they always have to build a cushion. They always build a cushion. They're not going to go in earnings season with the market going down. What are you, nuts? Of course not. They always push the market up, and that's what they did. And so now you don't go in. One thing he forgot to tell you, when you go into a small amount of shares until it breaks out. In this case, I told my members we're not going to add to our small amount of shares until it breaks about 401. And even then we'll add, but where you're going to really add a lot of shares if it breaks above 410. 410, okay? So be careful, all right? Be careful. Now, every day, remember, if you go to my YouTube channel, and by the way, you can get my radio show, I podcast it, obviously, every day. But you go to my YouTube channel, you always see there what we call the YouTube Shorts, a little sector in there called YouTube Shorts. They're 1-minute clips, videos. They're really cool because when you do that 1-minute video, you get right to the point, and people love them, okay? It gets right to the point. Check it out. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's free, okay? And just go to my YouTube channel. So if you have any question in the morning, what do you think the market's going to do? What's going to happen? That little 1-minute segment there really helps you. It doesn't cost you a penny, okay? It doesn't cost you a penny. All right, let's get back to what's going on here. So we know the economy's in real bad shape. We learned that. I mean, we've known that all along, but we finally got the proof. The fake Business News Network's been lying so badly, but now they got egg all over their face, including Jamie Dimon. You should have egg all over him. He's such a liar. Retail sales had the biggest two-year drop. Biggest two-year drop. Why? Because remember what they've been masking. Remember when the holidays, November, December, and I kept saying, man, they're not spending. They're not spending. And remember the fake business networks were lying to, boy, they spending. They got more money. They got so much money. They got so much cash and savings. They're spending. No, they weren't. So when the numbers came out the other day, oh my God, they were really bad, retail sales. And then the industrial production was the most important thing. We have a two-year low, two-year drop, lowest in 2 years. Production's the lowest in 2 years. Now, you got to understand, we also have another big problem. We're in debt, $31 trillion. You got to produce more goods than your debt. When your country is producing more debt than goods, you are in trouble. And we are in trouble. That's a fantastic opportunity to make money when the market crashes.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake Business News Network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
Thank you, Steve. Okay, remember now, you can listen to my radio show on my podcast on YouTube, Rumble, Apple, Facebook, okay? Now, the other thing is, when you join the gang, you're going to be following a portfolio. Steve has his portfolio, which includes my 6 stocks, my personal stocks, and he has his portfolio. And every day, he goes over each one of our stocks, tells you what he's doing with each stock, teaches you how to invest. And then every day, you can send in your questions. Okay, we start at 9:30 in the morning. I come out at 9:30, comes down at 5 after. Any question you have about the stocks, you can ask. We update you all day long on the market, so you're never sitting there wondering what's the market going to do. You always know what the market's going to do. We do market wrap, give you a good idea what happened during the day and why. I mean, $39.95. Are you kidding me? You got to do something, because listen, every day, if you follow Steve every day at 2 o'clock, he takes my personal portfolio and his portfolio, and he tells you exactly what to do with each stock. Does your broker do that with you? No. Your advisor? No. Tells you what to do with each stock. To add to it, not to add to it, to short it. Show you how to short it. To take profits, put in stops. So check it out. Go to philsgang.com, and again, you'll see it says Get Started. Click right there. And even to the left of that, you'll see where it says how the Pro 2 works. God, you got to look at the Pro 2. All right. So here we are. We're right back to 2009 in a sense that 2009, their stimulus has failed. Now it's gotten worse because when it failed in 2009, Biden, Obama, and the liberals all said, God, if we went in debt with $2 trillion, it would have worked. Solandra wouldn't have worked with $22 trillion because it was never set up to work. All these companies that were being put together and they're getting all this money from the government, these people were stealing the money left and right. They had no personal guarantees on the notes. They start a company, borrow $500 million, and walk out. They didn't have any personal guarantees. Nobody's going to come after them. And then Biden says, our mistake is we didn't do enough. We should have done $2 trillion instead of $800 billion. And that's what he's doing now. So here we are. We got 72% of our labor force that has a combined income of $50,000 or less. Think of that. Just $50,000 or less. Not much money. Their only assets, their job, or a home that most of their equity is gone. 401k, they already tapped into that. Their credit cards are tapped out. They're holding down 2 jobs or more to survive because inflation's at a 40-year high. Now that causes their disposable income to shrink to a 30-year low. So they're spending only on necessities right now. And they're telling how great the economy's going to be and the economy's going to grow. What are you, nuts? We're going to go down another 20 or 30%. The only way this market's not going to drop another 20 or 30% if Joe Biden announces he's going to run for president, and then he's going to tell Powell, drop interest rates back to 0. Let's go back to 0 again. Because he doesn't care. None of these people care about you. He'll try to rally the stock market. If he goes back to 0, interest rates again, inflation will go nuts. Nuts. It's already nuts. So people are now limited. Now, when I say people, think of our workforce. Just think of our workforce. They're in trouble. Why do you think, if they weren't in trouble, then answer me this. Why is it that retail sales had the biggest 2-year drop ever? And why is production of goods down? Big 2-year drop. Why is it the housing starts, the biggest year-over-year decline since 2009? Why are people stuck with just, again, spending money on groceries, necessities, gasoline, rent, highest in 30 years? Because they have no money. There's no money out there. That's the problem. Remember, who created all this? Whose fault is this? Oh, I know. Trump. Yeah, it's got to be Trump's fault. But if you could be just a little independent, don't think of you're on the Democratic team or Republican team. Whose team is it? Whose fault? Biden. Because he came away from the Obama-Biden era of $800 billion instead of apologizing to us that they didn't know what they were doing and they screwed up. They said, "Oh, we'd have done much better if we didn't have $800 billion that we borrowed. We borrowed $2 trillion." So that's what he's doing now. So $5.7 trillion on the COVID stimulus bill, $1.7 trillion on the omnibus bill. Then he turns around $750. Remember the billion, the Inflation Reduction Act. And that money went to building a couple ski areas for his buddies. He built a hiking trail for Obama. He's going to name it Michelle Obama Hiking Trail. $3 million going to go to the LGBTQ, which is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender museum. Biden spent another $200 million for the Gender Equity and Equality Action Fund. Then he spends a $25 billion. He puts a $25 billion down payment to increase inefficient solar and wind power. What are you, nuts? Hey, it sounds nice, right? Until there's no sun, until there's no wind blowing. It's a joke. All these years, since 2008, when they started this, 2009, wind and solar provides less than 28% of our electricity. And you know what they forget to tell you, especially Biden? All these green nuts? That over the years, solar and wind is so inefficient. The only way these companies, wind and solar energy industries, can survive is with government subsidies. They're being subsidized. You and I are subsidized. What the hell are we doing that for? Ask Germany. Once Germany cut their government subsidies, that industry went broke and it's gone because it's stupid. It's stupid. Stupid. Unbelievable. Know what that's for? And Germany talked about it. All this green energy is to create more wealth for the wealthy. That's what it's about. They extract, again, another scam. Take the electric car. Boy, that sounds very cool, very edgy, right? So Biden printed and borrowed $900 million he wanted 500,000 charging stations. Biden, kept telling us, reminds us, hey, we'll save $60 every time you fill up your electric car instead of gasoline using electric. What he doesn't mention, each time you charge your electric car, it takes 70 pounds of coal. That's about 8 gallons of oil per charge. So that inflicts the same harmful effects on the economy. This is all a scam. He didn't mention that, did he? No. And all this money?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And join my gang, and every day you can go over our portfolios, okay? My portfolio, my personal portfolio, and Stephen has his portfolio, called the Working Investor Group. And every day it's like having a personal coach. Try it. It's free, for God's sakes. Give us a call, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. It's $39.95. I mean, what a difference it makes when you know what the hell you're doing. Okay. They keep telling us this market's going to rally, everything's fine again, inflation's behind us. No, we haven't even gone through the worst of it. Think about this for a minute. All this spending is unbelievable. Tremendous spending. 5 trillion, 1.7 trillion, 600 billion, 6 trillion. This money they're spending on green energy is insane. They're going to reach about $4 trillion. Now think about all this spending at a time we are the biggest debtor nation in the world. We have a national debt of 31 trillion, but we, are borrowing like crazy. We have an annual net loss of 1.2 trillion. Our country has a negative net worth. Why? Because our debt is growing faster than the goods we can produce. That puts you right into bankruptcy. But no, we have a printing machine, and they're going to keep printing. Oh, how about cutting expenses? No, they're not going to do that either. Why would they do that? They're not going to do that. They never cut expenses. So that means that inflation is going to get worse. They're not cutting inflation, for God's sakes, by having interest rates at 4.5% against the true inflation of 16%. Let's use their fake inflation of 8, even at 8. Not going to work. So this is what you got to be prepared for. I'm telling you the market should go down another 20 to 30%, maybe even more. That's what I'm projecting. However, they may be so bold as turn around and throw the towel in because they know they can't bring down inflation. They know they can't. They're not doing the things to bring down inflation because they don't want to bring inflation down. Because we owe $31 trillion in debt. Most of that debt we owe a lot of debt to China. We can't write them a check. We borrow from China $475 billion to pay our interest, for God's sakes. We borrow to pay our interest. We're broke. So how we get our debt down is create more inflation by borrowing and spending more. And when that inflation goes up, it monetizes our debt with China. Our debt gets reduced because our debt is in dollars. And the more the Congress prints money, the more the dollar gets destroyed. And so doesn't the debt we owe China. And the richer that the wealthy get, the very wealthy, they're the asset class. They get, with their artwork and everything else, they make a fortune. So all this spending, okay, we're doing is at a time we are the biggest debtor nation. Does that make sense? Does it make sense that they're spending like this when we have an annual net loss of $1.2 trillion? We have a negative net worth of $20 trillion, and we're spending like this? Would you do that at your home? And then they put a $25 billion down payment on this stupid green energy, windmills and solars, which Germany got rid of. Germany got rid of it because they said, we're not going to keep subsidizing these companies. They can't make it on their own. No, but Biden's going to subsidize them. That means you're subsidizing them. That means more borrowing, more printing, more inflation. So what do? You got to know how to sell stocks short. You got to know when to buy a stock on a dip. You got to know when to add to your position. We will do that for you. We'll help you with that. Nobody else is going to help you with that. Has anybody that's managed your money ever said to you, hey, let's start shorting the stock. It's going to go down. Let's short the market. It's going down. No. Buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. Buy and hold goes against everything we've learned about risk management. And what are you, nuts? Our people, the 75% of our labor force are struggling every day. They don't you understand where we're going? They can't spend anything more than groceries and gasoline. That's it. This is terrible. $25 billion is a down payment on stupid windmills, this green energy. Here's the problem. Biden has been spending, for the last 2 years in office, 90% of his time on green energy. Not the border, not productivity. No productivity. Doesn't work on productivity. Doesn't care about we producing. 90% of his time is on stupid green. And all the money is going to green. Do you know his new green energy, what do they call them? Regulations costing us 100 small businesses, $100 billion a year. So don't you want to know what stock you should buy? Or are you going to listen to the fake Business Network? Oh, they're really impressive, aren't they? Are you kidding me? Like the guy said, well, what's going on? Is your one person tells you buy, one tells you don't buy. He's confused on TV.
I will answer the question, but here's the deal. What quite frankly bugs me is that we have a serious problem here. The American people don't quite understand why you don't ask me questions about that. Hang on.
Biden. Oh my God, I'm not gonna pay any attention to him today. Are you kidding me? So every day they're lying to you on TV about the market, and they're arguing among each other every day.
No, Kerry made the point that it's undeniable that the economy is slowing.
Okay, I don't see that.
A lot of the data is weak. Let's just.
A lot of the data is strong, Scott.
That's a lie. So what do? So my members, I'm sitting here, and we have them in the spiders. So we guide them. We tell them, look, the spiders are trading at $395.59. Okay? And we have very little shares. We call it a scout. 1 or 2 shares. That's it. We're going to add, it's got to break above $401 before they add. And we tell them, and we show them that, and we show them the volume. Right now, we have more sellers. As this market's been going up, the S&P going up into the earnings season, there are more sellers than we got buyers. But people are jumping into spiders today because of what these idiots are saying on TV. Our members don't have to worry. They're not going to be wrong. When we tell them buy, they're going to be right. When we tell them sell short, they're going to be right. When we tell them with the spiders, don't buy the spiders, don't add to your position unless it's above 401, and then only add above a lot of shares when we get above 410, 411. So we guide you with every stock. Who else does that for you? Nobody. So The problem that most people don't understand, things are going to get worse, not better. I know I'm not convincing you of that because you're hearing all these guys on TV and you see them on TV and you think, well, if they're on TV, they got to be smart. What are you, nuts? After 2 years, think about it, $25 billion. Okay, $25 billion in this green crap. But have you been presented a plan? I haven't seen a green energy plan anywhere because they don't have one. They don't plan on making USA green. They have a plan on the members of Congress and their friends getting very, very wealthy and our owners getting very wealthy through a scam called green energy. The same thing that Obama and Biden did in 2009. Remember all their promises? Remember back then? Shovel-ready jobs and all that was all a lie. In order to have something work, you need a plan. There's no green plan. They have no policies. There's no plan. Their plan is to keep borrowing and borrowing because that's inflationary and they can reduce their debt with China and the wealthy get rich on inflation. Join my gang so you're in the right stocks, buying and selling short.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.